how do you look at winning? What's your perspective on winning? Um, as athletes, we're pretty good at preparing our bodies for exercise and for competition, but we don't do the greatest job of preparing our mental state. And I think that your relationship to winning, not meaning whether you win or lose, but how you think about winning, your relationship to how you think about what it means to win and lose, is pretty important. And it's gonna show itself subconsciously or consciously all through your career. So I read a book a long time ago, a long, long time ago in the late 80s. But it was remarkable. It was a psychologist who interviewed a bunch of consistent winners, people who had been at the top of their game for 5, 10 years. Not just somebody who wins a world championship or something or sets a record, but somebody who continues to win and win and win and dominate their sport for a very, very long time. Uh, even 3 or 4 years is a long time. But I'm talking about the the people at that time were, um, I don't know, Jack Nicklaus, Chris Everett Lloyd, um, Jimmy Connors, those kinds of people. And what he did was he wanted to interview them to just see what the mind of a winner, a consistent winner, was like. And so he talked about, there was chapters about their nutrition, their exercise, their childhood, their religious or philosophical beliefs. It was a loaded book, and a great book. But there was one chapter about how they viewed winning, and I want to talk about that a little bit because I think it's fascinating to me, and it's fascinating to see that there's more than one way to skin a cat. So he did all these interviews, and in this chapter, he broke it down into basically two people, two types of people, two kinds of people, two ways to see winning. And the first group he called, well, I don't remember what he called them, but the first group were people who loved to win. They just they got off on, coming in first. They loved the thrill of being number one. And the second group of people despised losing. They hated to lose. They could not stand it if somebody came in front of them. And so both of these people, both of these kinds of people, both of these ways of looking at winning had been very successful for the basic two groups of people. Now, everybody is a blend of this, of course, but I think if we think about ourselves, we can find out which group we belong to more and which one we gravitate towards more. Do we love winning, or do we hate losing? So he broke it down into these two kind of fields, and the drive to win was successful for those people, and the drive to avoid losing was successful for another group of people. They were both champions for repeated years. They were the best, but they had radically different viewpoints on winning and what it meant to win, and their relationship to winning, and consequently how they pursued winning. So how you go about, so think about yourself, and do you love to win? Do you enjoy winning? Are you running towards victory? Or do you just despise losing? You can't take it when somebody else does a little better than you. Do you run from defeat? Now he was clear on this, that both of those are successful and can be very successful. Which one do you gravitate towards? Now, he said in the book that it didn't matter because both of them led to these people being champions for a very long time. But I say it does matter. And here's where I say it matters. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose, because you'll be a winner if you're driven to avoid defeat, and you'll be a winner if you're driven to pursue success. Enough. Both of those will get you to a win. That's not the difference. The difference is in the experience you have on your way to winning. I am of the opinion that if you hate to lose and you are driven by when somebody tells you you can't do something, by God, you're going to do it. That's a different path to success than desiring to have something so badly that you just can't wait to go grab it. The way you get to success, not the ultimate success, but the way you get there and the experience that your life undergoes matters. To me, it does. And it probably should to you. If winning is all you care about, he says both of those methods are equivalent. If you care about the experience of your life as well as winning, then I would think about the way, how I made my relationship to winning, how I created my relationship to winning. And I've used both. I can give you examples clearly in my mind. I'm thinking of them right now where I just refused to lose and I didn't want to lose. And I also can tell you where I wanted something so bad that I needed it. I needed to have it. And they were different. They were different experiences. So consider that. And I'm not saying that you can't get to be a victorious person, that there's only one way to do it. I'm saying there's two ways to do it. But what I'm saying is that the path you take and the experience you have in your life will be different because of which one you choose.